We're here to unbox the snare drum. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Kyle Smith, Arizona drummer here, and welcome back to the channel. We have an awesome video here for you guys today. Just like the title says, we are unboxing a brand new snare drum. Now, I'm so excited about this. It's always fun getting new drums, but today we've got a special snare drum here with us, and that is a Pearl Sensitone brass snare drum. Oh yeah! I'm gonna talk about why I picked this drum, why it's special to me, and why I'm so excited to add this to my arsenal of drums and drumming equipment. But first, we all clicked on this video so we can see a drum being unboxed. So let's do that, shall we? Now, first things first, in order to get into our box, we need our trusty Talon knife. Here we go. All right, guys, let's get into this box. Oh, wouldn't be Sweetwater if we didn't get some nice candies. Happy New Gear Day. Now, inside, oh yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, inside the box, we got a couple of things. First things first, it comes with this little drawstring pouch here. We open this guy up. Inside, it comes with one of these really cool Pearl drum keys. Has nice grips at the end. Really nice, has the Pearl logo engraved on it. The piece de resistance. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get into this plastic here. Oh yeah. Look at this beauty. Oh. Gorgeous. Comes with a SR17 throw off, I believe is what it's called. Has a Remo Ambassador smooth white coated head on top. You can see that. We're gonna switch it out for some Evans here in a minute. Also comes with a Remo Ambassador snare sight on the bottom. And then of course a Pearl snare strand. This is a 14 by 6.5 Pearl Sensitone Heritage Alloy brass snare drum. This is a 1mm brass shell, seamless, and it is incredible. It's got a black nickel coating on it. Let's see what it sounds like right out of the box. It's a little bit of tuning and some new drum heads, but I want to share with you guys why I got this snare drum. Now, if you have been watching this channel for a while, you know that early on in my videos, you can see here I had a Pearl Sensitone aluminum snare drum. A little bit later on in the videos, I switched up to having a 14 by 5.5 brass version of the snare drum. I used that a ton with the RIT, with all the videos in here, before eventually getting a couple other Pearl snare drums. The reason I like them so much is they are incredibly versatile. You could tune them high, you could turn them low, you can muffle them, you can let them ring wide open. They sound good in every style of music. You can play them with jazz, metal, rock, hip hop, pop, and everything in between. And that's what we're gonna do today. So we are gonna get this thing on the kit. We're gonna hear what it sounds like straight out of the box with just a few minor tweaks in the tuning, getting the snare set up how I want it, getting the head tuned up to the right pitch here, and we're gonna hear it like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put brand new heads on the snare drum, get it right to my liking, throw it back on the kit, and hear that sound difference when you have the right combination of heads, tunings, and snare strands set up on the drum. But without further ado, let's get into this drum and hear what it sounds like. Now, before we get into the sound test, I wanna show you guys something that's really cool about Pearl drums. Every single piece of equipment that Pearl sells, whether it's drums, hardware, anything in between, it comes with a lifetime warranty. Now again, it comes with the warranty information here and the paperwork of how to file a warranty claim. And it kind of talks through some of the instructions on how to get started with the instrument or hardware or whatever equipment it is that you purchase. But again, that is a lifetime guarantee on Pearl equipment. It's really great. It's the only company that I know of that offers a lifetime guarantee on their products. And again, there's a reason why. They're built with quality, they're built to last, and they sound incredible. All right, I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get this snare drum up on the drum set and hear what it sounds like. So this is the sound of the drum with, all I did was tighten the strainer a little bit so the snares are tighter on the bottom. And then I just did like a quarter turn on all the lugs to kind of balance it out. But this is the Remo Ambassador smooth white coated head, the Remo hazy that came on the snare, just a little bit of tightening on the snare strand. We'll start with the snares off. Snare's on. So now what we'll do is just tighten it a little bit more. I'm just cranking it a teeny bit. Now that we've heard it wide open, what I'd like to do really quickly is just hear it with a Snareweight M80 on the snare drum. So if you're not familiar, I don't know if the camera will pick this up. That is a Snareweight M80. And you just slide it right on the drum. So just a little bit of muffling. And we're going to hear what it sounds like. Kind of a weird angle for the channel, but alright guys, so we just heard the snare drum with the stock head, again minor tuning, Just a little bit of an adjustment to the snare strand, but like we said, our partners at Evans got us a goodie bag here of really awesome stuff that we're going to use to get this drum sounding how I want it to sound. So with that being said, we're going to get this snare weight off and we're going to get this head changed, and in this box here we have an Evans heavyweight snare batter, which is 2-ply coated head, 2 plies of 10 mil, so 20 mil total. 14-inch head. It's ideal for rock and metal because it has a defined attack, super short sustain, it's a bright note, and it's extended durability. So great for kind of what we do here on the channel. So with that being said, oh, gorgeous. It also has a reverse dot on it, which again should really help with durability. So you can kind of see that here. Potentially I'll zoom in so you can see it. But let's start by getting the other head off. Partners at Evans also sent us the Evans torque drum key. So we're going to go ahead and use this to get the head off. I'm going to lift the microphone up and let's get this head changed. Alright guys, so now we've got all the tension rods off. We can get this rim off. What's great about these, it's the Pearl Super Hoop. These hoops are actually really thick. They feel great. They're still triple flange, but they just feel really, really durable, thick, well made in the hands. I love Pearl Super Hoop rims. So the Remo Ambassador Smooth White head is a single ply. It's coated, but it's got the smooth white coating on there. It's still coated, you can probably hear that. But it's not like a traditional Ambassador. So again, a lot of tonality. It's going to be not as durable as a 2-ply head, as well as it's going to have a little bit more of those overtones and a little bit less attack. It's kind of, again, you're going to see this used more for that sensitivity. So with that, we'll get this guy off the kit. And right here, I'll zoom in, you're seeing the shell. This is a gorgeous shell. Like I said, it's black nickel over brass. So this is a brass shell, and it's seamless. So there's no seams in here anywhere in the shell. And it has, again, the black nickel coating on it. But we're going to go ahead and get a brand new, beautiful Evans heavyweight snare drum. Again, 2 plies, 10 mils each, 20 ply total. We're going to get this guy sitting right on top. What I love about Evans drum heads is with the technology that they use to develop the heads, the way the lip and the rim is built is it just sits on every drum so nicely. It makes it so easy to tune. It fits beautifully, and there it is. It's sitting here on the drum. So we're going to get our Pearl Super Hoop back on, and just like that, we're on our way. So again, with no tension, it already is kind of, again, deadening up some of that sound. It sounds pretty good to me. I mean, alright, that sounds pretty good. So we're going to fine tune the snares. And then now let's go ahead and get the microphone set up and let's hear it all mic'd up and as part of the kit. So now we're going to go ahead and put a snare weight on here and see what this sounds like with the snare weight in place. Okay, so that's at a pretty good tuning for what I like, but let's drop this a little bit and see what this guy sounds like at a little bit of a lower tuning. Now what I want to do is tune it somewhere in between. Last one. Now we're really going to tighten this guy. All right, last sound test. This is super tight. Once you've got your snare sounding how you want it to sound, that's when my buddy Anthony Gazelle's Rock Rocks come into play. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera. If it doesn't, these are the RL53, just the regular black ones, and you just slap them right on the snare. I have a whole bunch of them here, So we're just gonna go ahead and slap them on each of the tension rods. And what this is gonna do, you guys, and I'll zoom in right here from above, but these are half crescent moons with these star patterns, which means they fit on every lug, and they essentially keep the lug in tune as you're beating the crap out of your drum and prevents it from falling out of tune. Now I've got my rock locks in place and my drum is going to be just fine without any issues. Alright guys, that is it. That is the Pearl Sensitone Heritage Alloy Brass Snare Drum. This thing is incredible. I mean, you heard it. Even stock right out of the box, it sounds incredible. And then once we put the heads of choice, the Evans Heavyweight, on there, it sounded incredible. We heard it with different tunings. We heard me playing it all kinds of different ways. It sounds incredible. Now again, I think a lot of that has to do with the Super Hoop 2s, those hoops that are on there that are Pearl's special Super Hoops. The CL Bridge lugs, again, double-sided CL Bridge lugs. The SR17 strainer. That thing is incredible. It is super responsive, super sensitive, and sounds incredible. And again, guys, it is a 1mm beaded brass snare drum, and it sounds crispy, has a lot of attack, a lot of power, a lot of body. You can muffle it, you can leave it open. You heard what that sounds like when it's open, when it's tuned deep, when it's tuned high. I mean, this drum can do it all. And you can pick yours up right now at Sweetwater. In fact, I have a link down below where you can pick one up for yourself. They're actually on sale right now, where you can pick one up for yourself. And guys, this drum sounds insanely good. It's going to be on this kit and a lot of the different videos we have coming up, a lot of the different recordings, and I'm so stoked for it. Now, if you want to support the channel, one easy way to do that is to visit our merch store. As you can see here, we have tons of different shirts, hats, stickers, mugs, hoodies now, tank tops, all kinds of awesome stuff. And so again, pick up your merch today. The proceeds for that come back here so I can continue to invest in our channel, continue to grow and make awesome videos for each and every one of you, as well as join our Patreon. We have 2 different levels of membership. For just $5 a month, you could join at the snare drum level, where you get all kinds of goodies like early access, behind the scenes, extended content, all kinds of awesome videos that you will not get anywhere else. As well as for just $10 a month, you could join at the drum set level. And there you get personalized shout-outs. Your name will be on the screen. One-on-ones, Q&As, interviews, all kinds of awesome goodies. And again, that revenue comes back to the channel so we can continue to invest here in the studio, in the equipment, as well as in our merchandise and everything in between to provide you with the best content possible. A big shout out to Evans for providing us with that Evans Heavyweight snare head. That thing sounds ridiculous and it sounds incredible regardless of the tuning range. And thank you all for watching this video. Now make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. God, look at my cool tattoos. I'm such a cool dude.